Hey everybody, it's Bite Me here with another how-to video on how to update Rust with the new Jungle update. So the Jungle update, the wipe came out yesterday. The Jungle update was out yesterday, and I had some technical difficulties on my machine, but I got it figured out. So today I'm going to show you how to wipe your current server and wipe your current map and update your server to the latest version of Rust if you haven't already done it. So what we want to do is, if you remember from my last video, I created a account to run Rust in, which was Steam. And so I've now logged into my Steam, I've SU'd into my Steam account, and I'm going to go to where the server is on my machine. And my Rust server is in a directory called server/Rust server. So the first thing I want to do in here is I want to delete my current map and everything in it so that I can rebuild it. So I'm going to cd into the server folder. And in here, you should have something called either My Server Identity or whatever you called your server in your startup script. But mine is called My Server Identity. So you want to do an rm-r and then that folder. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to show you the command that you run, but I'm not going to do it because I want this video to go a little bit quickly. So I'm not going to actually delete my server, but you would run this command to delete your server. And then after you delete your command, you would go back down to this directory. And you would run the steam cmd command to load into steam cmd. Once you're in steam cmd, you have to let it know where you've installed your Rust server. So you want to do force install dir and then /home steam servers Rust server. This is where I have my local Linux version of the Rust server running. So I'm telling it to install and do the update there. Then you want to run login anonymous. So you want to log into Steam to be able to do the update. And then you run app update 258550. I've already done this. There might be it looks like there is an update also from the update I did yesterday. So this is going to download and install the latest update on your machine. It takes a little while, but once it's done, you'll have the latest version of the Rust server to run on your machine. It goes by pretty quickly, so it should be done here in a minute. Seems they've had quite a few issues with this patch. There's been a number of patches, so I've already updated mine a couple of times already, and then ran into a number of different issues. So it's verifying the install, and the install is done. The update is done. I'm going to exit out of Steam. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to run start Rust server. So you would run, if you have my start Rust shell script from last time, it would be start Rust. I'm not going to run it. I actually already have it running in the background. But you'll want to run it one time to build out your server, and you want to wait until you get to server startup complete, Steam server connected. So when you get that, then you'll exit out of it. You'll do Control C to stop it, and then you will come back over to here, and you'll want to modify a few things. Now, I did modify the startup script on my local machine. I'll show you what I did. Oh, I typed it wrong. So I modified my server C just to do a little bit of a different server. That's the only thing I did. But after your server started and it's reconfigured, now you got to go in and make some modifications to it. So you want to go back into the server folder, and you want to go back into the My Server Identity. And then here you should have a CFG folder. You want to go in there. And the first thing that you want to do is you want to edit the serverauto.cfg. So I'm going to do a nano server auto.cfg. And if I'm going to scroll down, I've already added this to my local server, but you'll want to add in these three lines: server.secure0, server.encrypt0, and server.eac0. This is going to turn off EAC on your local server. Rust doesn't run Linux's version of EAC or Easy Anti-Cheat. So you want to turn that off when you're running a local server. You can put this anywhere in this file. I put it in the middle at the end of the server. You can put it down at the bottom if you want to. Control out of that. The next thing you want to do is you want to modify the server.cfg file. You probably do not have one at this point, but if you just say nano server.cfg, it will create one. And you'll want to put in this line app port -1. And what this is going to do is turn off Rust Plus. So this way you won't get an error on your machine. You won't have to worry about Rust Plus running. And then you can also add yourself to the users folder to give yourself admin positions, which would be the owner ID, your Steam ID, and then admin. Once that's done, you'll start up your server again. So again, like I said, you go down and you'll run from here. You'll run start rust.sh. That will start up your server, and you'll wait again till you get the server connected. Then you can run Rust. One other thing that I did with Rust, and I will show you, is I changed it from using the experimental version to using the 9.4. I was running into some compatibility issues. I don't know what they were, but I tried this version and it worked pretty well. So that's one other thing that I did on my machine. Let me start her up. Looks like because there was a new version, I have to do that again. Interesting. That was weird. Weird stuff happening sometimes. Sometimes Rust slow, it runs really fast, and sometimes it runs really slow. So then you just do connect 127.0.0.1, and it will start connecting. This obviously takes a little while, but I will wait until it's completely done, and then we'll be in Rust. You can stop here if you want, but if you don't, you can stay till the end, and you can see the new jungle the new jungle update that they added to Rust. It's really cool. There's a lot of new things in there. I won't spoil the surprise, but there's a lot of cool things in there. Although sometimes it feels like Rust takes a very long time to run. I'm going to pause this for a second, and I will be back when it's up and running. And we are back. We're just warming up the prefabs right now. This goes pretty quickly, and then we will be in. And we are in Rust with the new Jungle Edition. Thank you, everybody.